Good day, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pastures Farm. Today, I wanted to show you a little trick that we use to preserve the life of our O'Brien posts. These are brand new ones. I just bought them. And the first thing I do when I take them out of the box is I put them in my trusty little wagon here, where I've got them right here next to my bench grinder. And do this outside. Don't do it in a shop, because it does throw sparks around. And you know, we're out here, it's cool, I got a nice breeze. It's a nice sunny day, it's 60 degrees out. It's a great day to do this. And so before I ever use them, if you take them out of the box and you put them in the field and start using them, you'll never get back and do this critical step. So what am I gonna do? Well, I'm gonna take this bench grinder here in a minute. I'm gonna turn it on and make sure it's fastened down to your table so it doesn't move around. And these have got a hardened steel tip on them, okay? But it's flat. And in ideal situations where you're getting rain every few days and the ground's soft, no problem. You can stick them in just like that. But we don't live in a perfect world. When it gets hot and it gets dry, that ground gets hard, whether it's in the summertime or if it's in the wintertime when it's frozen, you're gonna break this foot feed off. Because you're going to put it on the ground, you put your foot on it, and the ground's not going to give, and you're either going to bend the spike, you'll bend it at a 45. Well, you can bend the spike back, but you keep doing that, and pretty soon this whole thing's going to break off. These are O'Brien. They're the best posts made. There's a lot of lookalikes out there, so don't be tricked into buying the ones that look like them, but they're not. I've bought lookalikes, and you take them out of the box brand new, and you'll have 3 or 4 of these just busted off laying in the bottom of the box, just from shipping. I've never, ever found one of these broke off on an O'Brien. And I gotta say it right up front, I got nailed again this morning. We are not O'Brien dealers, okay? I'm just telling you what works. So those y'all...
We've spent a lot of money on things.
Get the burr out from underneath the saddle, folks. Whoever's upset about me promoting a product, I'm just trying to tell you what works. Okay?
We're just trying to save you guys money in the long run. But you don't need to listen to us.
What's that?
They don't need to listen to us if they won't.
No, I mean, the people that get upset about it just don't watch. It's that simple. Anyway, let's get back to the posts. These are unbelievable as far as flexibility. I mean, they are. They're really a good post. And you can get them through several different dealers. I think you can get them at, I know you can get them at Powerflex, Timeless Fence, I think, Care. I'm not sure they do. I think they do. And the other one is the one out of Kansas City. I'll think of it after a while.
Not Kenco.
Kenco.
Oh,
Kenco.
Look, I'm wearing their t-shirt.
Oh, yeah, you were. They sent that to you, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
But we're not Kenco dealers either.
No.
Yeah, gotta tell that straight up front so people don't get mad. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and show you what we're going to do. I'm going to put a pencil point spear on the tip of this.
Let's show them how flat that is.
Yeah, okay, here we go. Now it's going to get loud, and I'm not going to do any more talking. Just watch what I do. Well, you might want to, there you go. There you go. I think I've timed myself. I've done a lot of these. You're going to end up about 25 to 30 seconds, 45, whatever it is. Folks, at $4.50 to $5 a post, and they may be higher than that now. But I'll tell you what, it's well worth your time to do that stuff right there. Now, when you get done sharpening that, don't touch it. That'll take the skin off your finger, okay? It's like a welding iron. So wherever you lay them down, it's another reason not to do it inside. You would set it down against any kind of plastic or maybe some dust or some more hay, you're gonna get a fire. So I lay mine down on the ground, okay? And I grab another one and I just go at it. So, you know, you don't have to do all, I do 50, there's 50 here in the box. I may not do the whole 50 right now. I may do 20 or 25. I get tired of grinding, I'll pick it up again maybe tomorrow. One of our boys will fill in and they'll do some.
Do you want to show them what we did today on our post, our fencing?
Yeah, let's go up there. I'll show you what we did. We've always just kind of had some pigtails that we stuck in the ground and made little bins up here for them. And of course they laid on the ground. And now we've built a nice stack up here, a stacking rack. So we've got our junk. These are the junk posts in case we ever need some junk.
Which we do.
Which we do sometimes. These are our brand new sharpened O'Brien. So we went to yellow, blue, and we got white. I kind of like these brighter colors. I think the cattle and the deer can see them better. I think in the long run, they've got a little bit better UV resistance than a white post does. They don't get as chalky, it seems like. And then over here is our white and our blue ones. These are our old O'Briens. We've got a whole bunch of them out right now. I mean, we probably got.
Yeah, that's why we made the center today.
Yeah, that's why we're making some more posts. And then these are Terragate. The Terragate pigtails, which I love.
You didn't think you would, did you?
That's a good post right there. And the rest of them are just plain pigtails. I'll tell you what, this has been a good little post. Isaac found some today that we aren't as old as these. And they're actually splitting on top right here. They got cracks in them. This one here is probably 20 years old, 25. It doesn't even have any grooves in it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a really good little post.
And then,
unfortunately, they don't make that one anymore.
Yeah.
But this is the next best. They make them in white now. And you can get, hey, Rucker, why is this dog always wanting the dang?
Because he thinks he's a movie star.
He thinks he's a movie star? Do you think you're a movie star? You know, I've petted a lot of dogs, but this guy here's got the softest hair on him. I think you're putting Shoshin on him.
Yeah, I think so.
This is Isaac's dog. Anyway, this is a post that we get. Sorry, buddy, I stepped it on your foot. That's a really nice little pigtail. And you can get that one from Powerflex Fence. They make a taller one. Don't get the tall one. Get the one just tell them you want to get the one that Greg uses. They don't know what you're talking about.
And then what did I create over here?
What's that?
What did I create over here?
Well, yeah, we've got comments about that. Go over here, I'll show you. Look, let me grab my Rucker's laying on it.
I know it.
So I came home one day, I told Jan I want to build something to hang the reels. And this is Jan's invention right here. We do need to bring the driver in here and drive it down. But when you put these in, it was drought.
Yeah.
The ground was super hard. But she took cattle panels and just fastened it to steel posts.
Good use of steel posts.
Huh?
Good use of steel posts.
Yeah, good use of steel posts. And we can hang. Well, you got one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can get 6 rows all the way across. Then you wire this little guy on here to hold our little plastic handles.
And I drilled holes in that plastic thing so water wouldn't freeze in there.
Well, you were just thinking about everything.
Well, I know how it
See how
goes.
smart a wife I got. She's so smart. Well, you are, honey. We make a good team.
Yeah, we do.
Anyway, so Jan came up with this, and it's a lot better than letting your reels set on the ground. They're all up in the air. They're nice and clean. the wires don't get all tangled up. And we've got them in, you notice she put it in the shade of the trees to keep the sun UV off of it. When you're not using this stuff, you notice our posts are in the shade. Keep your posts stored in the shade out of the sunlight. If you're not using them, why do you want the sun working on them? So that's a big one. Keep your posts in the shade. All this stuff costs money. If you take care of it, some of these reels are over 20 years old. I've been on farms that had 15 reels and they didn't have one that worked. Every single one of them, something's wrong with them.
Or they get thrown on the shelf and...
Yep, they're thrown in the back to pick up. He's got a fence polar or a post driver laying on the top of them. You can't do that. Folks, this is plastic. And you start throwing steel post drivers in the back of your truck or steel posts, you're gonna break these. And when you break that hub, you're done. You gotta buy a new one, and they're not cheap. So just take care of, this is an O'Brien reel. It's probably over 20 years old. And we're still using the darn thing, and it works. You know?
It has a little crack on the side. Nope.
Yeah, it's got a crack. But you know what? That crack's been there for probably 6-7 years.
Yeah.
Well, you can tell it's old.
Yeah.
But it still works. Now, what's so great about these reels? I tell you what's good about them. Every time you turn the handle, they spin 3 times. So these are called geared 3-to-1 ratio reels. And the best reel that we use is the Terragate. It seems to hold up the best. O'Brien, that's a Gallagher. We've got about all of them. We've tried about all of them. And, you know, the Gallagher reel, it's okay. But I just kind of prefer the Terragate. It just works a little better for what we do. So I'm going to get out of here. I got to get back to grinding. I got a straw boss here that keeps me going all day. So
And I'm going to go play in the garden.
yeah. All right, folks, y'all have a good one. We'll see you next time. And what are you saying?
Hit the button. Hit.
Oh, yeah. I always forget that. Folks, hit that subscribe button on the way out. Thank you all.